That one was spicy.
So the Warriors have to play 48 minutes.
So I think it's going 7. I have it. I have the Nuggets in 7.
Ant-Man, Batman, Watchmen, Lakers at 5.
Well, it's money time now.
Hold on
All
one
right.
second. I got something.
I think I might. That was you because I had the playback going on. Yeah. Okay. That is. What's up, YouTube streets? This is your boy King Speech here, man. Like I said, as usual, always humbled, and really, really glad that I have a platform to speak basketball on. Tonight we gonna have a little bit of a debate, and if King Shy is watching, I have the link in the chat. So we're gonna go early. We're gonna do some also we're gonna get into the Central Division, and then we're gonna watch some film on playback with our homie Casual. We're gonna watch the 0-1. We're gonna watch a game with the 0-1 between the Spurs and the Lakers. So that should be fun. I mean, the Lakers were pretty dominant that year, weren't they? So yeah, we're gonna be, as we know, we're gonna be doing. Well, I should announce we're gonna be doing some StreamYard live um, casting, watching some games, giving our little take on things, and we kind of working that out. So shout out to the homie Casual. He's hosting my he's basically co-streaming my podcast, and as normal, we stream also on we stream on GoCast TV or YouTube, and yeah, here on King Speech Rose platform. So yeah, today we're gonna talk about the Central Division. I should talk about my Knicks opening up the preseason over there in Abu Dhabi with the Philadelphia 76ers. The Knicks pretty much had their whole team. OG Anunoby was out. Josh Hart did get hurt. But other than that, the Knicks were pretty much healthy. Sixers, I don't expect to see Embiid there for a while. There's really no timetable. There's no guarantee that he's going to be healthy for the regular season. Same thing with Paul George. You also had Jared McCain. That's going to be a big part of their team, and Quentin Grimes, who just signed. I guess I'm not sure if he's going to be there for the Saturday game, but he just re-signed. Took the qualifying offer to get the 1 year deal and see if he can go free agent next year. Shout out to Quentin Grimes. I think he is actually one of their better young players, and I don't know, he'll be probably available next year for somebody to sign. They could use that wing depth. So yeah, Knicks were looking good. Mitchell Robinson is like, if you know anything nobody know about me, I rave on Mitchell Robinson. He was out there looking like Bill Russell. I mean, he was out there. He had 16 rebounds in 18 minutes. 7 points. Looking spry. He was looking spry. So what I've seen from the highlights, fortunately, I wasn't able to be able to watch the game. I was trying to figure out if I could get a streaming service to watch the game on Saturday morning. Will be Saturday 12 o'clock here. So I guess 1 o'clock 1 o'clock Eastern. But yeah, it's good to see the season go. Good to see this season has started. The preseason has started. Everybody's in training camp. Everybody's practicing. So, yeah, summertime is over and here we are in the fall and ready to go. Next thing you know, the season will be started on the 21st, Tuesday, the 21st. So right now, what is today? The second? We're less than 3 weeks away, guys. So I'm ready. I'm ready. Yeah, if like I said, I'm trying to get Solomon's math. King Shy Solomon's math. But if anybody knows how to get in contact with him, because he's going to be the guy debating me, and we're going to debate a pretty simple concept. I wanted to do this debate. If anything, I don't guess we only got one judge up here. Would be CW when he get or maybe casual. Travis T Perfect couldn't make it, so my usual suspects. And I said a couple of guys wanted to know if they want to from Discord wanted to know if they could roll in with the Central Division preview. So yeah, it's kind of herky jerky. I don't know who's pulling up. Everybody that asked to be a part of the show. I ain't get haven't even gotten a definitive yes, but people did ask to be a part of the show. So I dropped the link in Discord, see if anybody catches it. And if King Shy pulls up on the stream, we'll be ready to go. Yeah, I mean, other than that, like I said, the Knicks were looking good. I mean, I had a big old debate about the Knicks versus Cavs and who's going to be a better team. Hey, I'm pretty disappointed we beat the Sixers by 20, but we won by a solid 15. Now hold on one second. Let me just put. Is out there. You know, if not, we'll just push this debate. If anything, you said it was a moral victory path. Nah, man, we won. It was a victory. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I want to beat the Sixers badly. But they got they got nice young players with BJ Anscombe, things like that. Nick Starters only played the first half. Everybody else got in trying to figure out. I heard Garrison Matthews was hitting his threes. Deuce was looking sharp. You know, I mean, as a Knicks fan, these are the things that I go on. I want to see. Because unlike a lot of people, I believe that every roster spot is important. You need your whole roster to get through leagues through the season. You know, once you start calling up guys from the G League to go play starters minutes, season is over. So, you know, I'm trying with the Knicks are trying to figure out who we're gonna have on 2-way deals and stuff like that. So that's what you kind of sort out in the preseason. So 2-4, I see 2-4 pulled up. What's up, homie?
Yo,
What's good, man? What's good? So yeah, trying to get a little debate in here because the homie King Shy he said the 88 drafts or the drafts from 88 to 93 were all weak drafts, and that weak in the league for the 90s, and I believe that was a BS tape, and I want to prove it. If you look at some of the numbers, if you look at the amount of Hall of Famers, stuff like that. So I want to debate that part. But yeah, we also going to talk about the Central Division and stuff like that, and then we're going to on casual, with the playback, we are going to do a watch along with going back for the 01 series between the Spurs and the Lakers. So
we doing
yeah,
that right now.
we're gonna do that after the debate and after I do the division preview. After I do the Central Division preview. So, um, yeah, shout out to Wood. He said 89 draft was deep. Yeah, there was some pretty good drafts back in there. But I don't understand where we would, where the league wound up being devoid in talent. Between that and the expansion argument, people make the expansion argument. I don't buy it. You
I
know
would
what I
have to
mean?
look. I would have to look through the drafts, me personally.
Yeah, well, I just did that for my research, so I need King Shy to pull up and prove me that those drafts were weak. And only one draft that I could, and even 89, no, 89 draft was not weak. And I'm just based off what I'm looking at, the amount of all stars that came from that draft. It just doesn't make any sense. Again, I like to knock down nonsensical arguments. People will just say things just to say it. And let me see. There was something I wanted to. It was okay. I do want to talk this Iverson point, man. I do want to talk this Iverson point, and based on the people I had up here on the panel last week, I was never able to really land my plane, and I hate that. That's something like on my own platform. I am not going to let guests not let me land my plane again, right? I had that discussion about because again, guys like Scott, who I debate, I debated him back in Discord today, and other guys and other youngsters tell me that Iverson was an inefficient player. Now, my argument against that take is that Iverson was a player who played the way the 2000 early 2000 era dictated. You had the advent of the new rules change. The rules changes made it to where zone defenses and things like that were allowed, but the pace of play, the way offenses were structured, Iverson was structured to take many shots. He was structured to be the team's, offensive motor. And the idea that because he shot in the 43, 44, 45% range in those years, he was never an inefficient player. Now, people want to say he was inefficient based on comparing him to other players from other eras and things like that. And that's just bullshit, in my opinion. That's just bullshit. He was absolutely the one offense. I mean, again, when you look at that team from '01 and those teams from that era, I mean, after they traded Larry Hughes, he never really had a second scorer. Would you agree with that too? Or you got a different take on that?
What, his efficiency?
Yeah. Well, did you? Yeah. Do you think he was an inefficient player, or are you one of those people who tax him, saying he just was? Because again, I went at a guy like Skip Bayless saying that early in his career, before he got on LeBron and Westbrook, guys like Westbrook and other players he don't like. Iverson was one of them players he used to kill too, and it seemed
Nah,
like
I
a
don't.
whole.
I don't think Iverson's inefficient. No.
And again, I concur. I was telling them I watched the Johnny Arnett video where he pretty much explained to these cats, he explained to people watching and casuals that Iverson, this is the way that team was structured. Now we take this new understanding of the game where analytics is king and all of this, and they say, well, Iverson was he took too many shots. You shouldn't have a guard taking 27 shots, blah blah blah. And it's just one thing I can't stand is the shot counting aspect of today's NBA. I'm a fan. I mean, the fact that you counting shots is just the stupidest way of looking at basketball because shots are not meant to be evenly distributed. They're meant for your best shooter to shoot. And this is what we do. We'll go back and say, well, damn, Iverson took this many shots. Or Jordan took this too many shots, or whoever took this many shots. And that's just a stupid way of looking at basketball, man, in my opinion. But you know, it just
Yeah,
it just is what it is.
the game was slower.
Yeah, it was a slower pace. It was a slower pace. I mean, offenses were not. I mean, again, offense was not clean. The Sixers themselves, they were built. They had Iverson as the main scorer, and they had a lot of guys who were really good defenders. around him. And then
If
and
I could,
again, then go
like,
ahead, go
if
ahead.
I could look at like, I think if you just look at the scoring aspect, say the team has 80 points, he gonna have half the points over like 40-30% of team's points every night.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what it is. He won 4 scoring titles in about 6
Hold on, I'm
years.
about to get some food. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. So Iverson won the scoring title in the lockout short year. He wins the scoring title in '01. He wins the scoring title in '02, and then he wins the scoring title again in '05. The next year will be his last full year in Philly. And the worst part about it is, I'm looking at it. Okay, '02 he took the most shots per game, 27.8. Now again, people will look at it and just say, "Oh my God, how could you take 27.8 shots and make 39% of them? That's just inefficient bullshit." Again, you're not understanding Philly's basketball. You're not understanding Philly's basketball at that point. You're just not. You're not looking at the roster and seeing, hey, there's other. I mean, really, there's no other person on the team you're drawing up shots for. It's not like shots again. Eric Snow's taking 10.2, Derek Coleman 12.7. Matt Harping took 10 shots. If Matt Harping can get 10 shots, I mean, like Aaron McKee got 10 shots. Speedy Claxton as pretty much the backup point guard. You know, again, this shot counting thing is just ridiculous. Iverson is going to be the offensive engine of that team, and Eric Snow is going to be a perfect type pass first point guard to play next to him. Mutombo, not an offensive player. He's only taking 8 shots a game. Coleman, this is kind of washed. Coleman, he got 15-1 on that, 15-9 on that team. You know what I'm saying? If it was prime Coleman, then yeah, you got a good 1-2 punch. But in '02, when he took the most shots he ever took, this Iverson was absolutely the absolute. I mean, ask Speedy Claxton, did Iverson take too many shots? Nobody ever. I just hate that. I really just hate that narrative, man. So that's just one of the things, bro. That's just one of the things that when people say this, I can't rock with, man. I really can't rock with. So again, I told King Shy the time. I got the link in the chat. I mean, it's hard to set up a debate like this, bro. But I mean, if I'm gonna give it another 5 minutes, and I'm gonna give it another 3 minutes. So when we at 21 minutes into the stream, I'm gonna just get on the Central Division, and then we'll get to watching the playback with casual. So that's pretty much what I got. Yeah, I mean, it was really we did have a lit show on on Tuesday with Sturdy. Shout out to Sturdy. Shout out to Sturdy for subscribing to a brother too. I just got that notification. My motherfucker came on my show but wasn't even sub, but it's all good. What's up, Adrian Knight? Um, yeah, man. Let's see. Again, season's underway. Knicks looking good. Um, Pretty much all these training camp stories. The LeBron injury, that's nothing there. Um, a couple of guys just got signed. The Kuminga and the Quentin Grimes. They were talking about Westbrook needing to get signed. Westbrook, somebody will pick up Westbrook. Somebody will be down a guard and will need that boost of energy, and Westbrook will get picked up. I really kind of think it's crazy that Kendrick Perkins is reporting he's being blackballed. Whatever there. Iverson. I mean, Westbrook again, another one of these guys who I think is misunderstood and given a bad rap. But let's see what's going on too. All right. Yeah, I'm giving it another minute or so, and then we just gonna get into the Central Division preview. So If 2-4 pulled back, or 2-4 ain't even, he bounced out. Yeah, that's what happens when you put the shit down. What's up, Adrian Knight? Yeah, we got a quick, concise show tonight. I'm not, the last show went 5 hours, man. I was 4 o'clock in the morning locally. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy even for me. And I know this. I know it said 9 hours, but 4 hours. Like I forgot to hit the end the live, and I just went to bed. But yeah, still give it another 30 minutes, 30 seconds, and then we'll figure out. Yeah, I ain't setting up debates like this, but at least I got my research for when we ever do have this debate. I did want to debate a couple of concepts, and this is one of them. At 88, saying that we had 5-6 years of weak draft. And when I'm just counting the amount of Hall of Famers that came out of these drafts, it's just ridiculous in my opinion. But that's what people, people will run with certain narratives. I'm here to kill the bad narratives, man, for real. So yeah, let's get into the Central Division. I hope 2-4 pulls back up, but I'm gonna start with the runs to the litter. A second. Woo. Oh, man. You done? All right. So the run to the litter would be the Chicago Bulls. Okay. Actually, the Chicago Bulls are the only team in the division I don't have getting a seed. I don't have them. I actually have them as the 11th seed, and I have them at 37 wins. I do have them as an over, and their over under. Their over under number is 32.5 according to FanDuel. So, but I do have them losing the tiebreaker for the last. What's up, Real Siberius? What's going on? Salute, salute. I do have. Now, I don't think we're gonna be all raucous tonight, Real Siberius. In case cats do pull up, but I do have the Bulls as the last team. The team right outside of the plane. So it's an improvement, and it's actually. I do like a guy like Buzelis. They still got Vucevic there. Let me just kind of look through their roster, make sure I'm not pivoting real quick. Hold on. Let me see. Their roster is any surprise, anything I think anybody think. But right now, yeah, they're plus 30,000 to win the championship. You bring back Patrick Williams, Josh Giddey, who's standing at 6'8". Trey Jones on the roster, Buzelis, Zach Collins. Got a lot. Kobe White, Vucevic. I mean, again, Kevin Huerter's there as well. Nothing, I think they'll be competitive. I think Giddey is on his way to star level, not superstar level. Buzelis, again, this kid is 6'10", only 21 years old. He'll be 21 in a couple of weeks. Right, Zach Collins going there is a pretty good get. Helps their front court depth. I think Kobe White and Nikola Vucevic, Jalen Terry, interesting player as well. Very young. They're young, but I like them having some fight, and I like them winning better than their 32 and a half games that FanDuel has on their over under. So yeah, as you know, it depends on Buzelis, bro. Everything depends on Buzelis. He is their future. Vucevic is their old pro, and Kobe White been there for a while. But that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. I like them. I like them as a young, overachieving team, and as well as Charlotte. And Billy, that was the coach still Billy Donovan, I believe, right? So yeah, give them a solid over. I would bet the over with the Bulls, but if you see them in the 30, 31, 32, I take that over. I think the Bulls fight a lot. They shoot the three very well. Billy Donovan's system, if it makes them, I'll just put it this way: they'll be. I can see them beating my Knicks once or twice because they manage to always beat the Knicks, no matter how good we are. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the Pacers. So the Pacers. Now I like the Pacers to be better than most people think, and I actually got them in the play-in as a 7 seed, getting 41 and 41. So if right now I'll put it this way, my top 6 seeds are Knicks, Cavs number 2, Orlando number 3, number 4 seed being the Pistons. Well, and then we'll get to them later. The 5th seed being Boston. I got Boston as the 5th seed. I think Boston and the Pacers will be better than people think. The Pacers should go 500 in my opinion, and they have a 37.5 over under. I think I would be comfortable picking them up with the over. I don't think this team was all. I don't think the Pacers were all Halliburton and what's his name Miles Turner. I think now will I say they got the best Miles Turner replacement? Not necessarily, but I really like between Rick Carlisle, between having guys like Nimhart there, between having guys being able to step up like TJ McConnell. This seems to be competitive. There's no reason to believe that the Pacers will not be a competitive team. They're plus 6,600. So Vegas doesn't, getting Jay Huff, I think, was big. I think Jay Huff, they still got Wiseman there. I don't know how much they can expect Wiseman. He missed the whole season last year. Pascal Siakam is really one of the reasons I think, he's good. He's the Eastern Conference MVP. They got guys like Ben Shepherd. They got guys like Nimhart there to step into the void. Benedict Mathurin is walking buckets. Did they bring back? They bring back Neesmith. So yeah, a lot of good two-way players. They actually did sign DeLon Wright for my Knicks. He's a veteran, been there 10 years. I think again, I really like. I think they have enough talent to definitely be a 500 team. Anybody thinking they're going to be a lottery or playing team, All right, so we get King Shy is here. What's good, King Shy?
Hey, what's up, my man? I heard some people thought I was ducking, bro.
Yeah, man. Well, I did tell you the time, right? And we started
Yeah,
late.
yeah,
But
yeah.
no
But I'm
doubt,
here
no
now,
doubt.
so we could do the
Yeah,
debate.
you know what you got to do? You got to hit me with your email or your math or your
Yeah,
Discord or something so we can.
yeah,
So next time we want to pull you up on a debate, I can just give you the link
yeah. I got
beforehand.
you.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever
Yeah,
whatever you can do, put it in the private chat, and like I said. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I got you.
so I've started my Central Division, being that I was waiting on you, and I guess
Oh
we
yeah.
can do the debate right after that. So my
All right.
Central Division preview, I already have the Bulls
Yeah,
at the bottom of the division. I got them
yeah,
winning 37 games though, right? I got to win
yeah,
37 games. And I have them right outside the play-in. Now I got the
yeah,
Pacers at 41 and 41. I
yeah.
think they're gonna be better than a lot of people think. I don't think they're a lottery team. I think they're a play-in team. And the East
Yeah.
overall as a whole, the
I
conference
agree.
top to bottom, they're weak. So yeah, I got them winning 41 and
Yeah,
41, but that's good. That'll be good enough to get the 7th seed and actually be the play-in 7th seed to have a home game. I got them hosting that home game against Toronto.
yeah.
So
I
it'll
got
be
the
paid.
Pacers being like ninth. I got the Pacers like the ninth seed.
Yeah, well, okay. So that's not that far from me. I
Yeah,
actually think Atlanta will be disappointing, and that's not wishful thinking. That's just my thoughts. I actually think Charlotte will be, and I did the Southeast the other day. I think Charlotte will be the 10th seed. Miami will be the ninth seed because Miami just always winds up. Miami, I don't care what the situation is going on with Miami, they somehow wind up there in the mix. And I got so yeah, I think the Pacers will be fine. I think they'll be competitive at least. I think that, their upside. Actually, they could. I wouldn't be surprised if they won 45 to 48 games based on the fact who their coach is. Halliburton was a big part of what they
Mhm.
do, but he wasn't the only part. I think Nimhard steps in to the starting point guard role. They got a TJ McConnell there. They got scorers like Mathurin,
Mhm.
Nesmith. They got Siakam still there to be their top scorer, their top gun. They got Obi Toppin in the back, and I think Jay Huff. I'm not sure if he's the everyday starting center, but I think Jay Huff could be. I think he could be. So
So I just wanted to ask you, Ro, like,
sure.
why are you so low? Why are you so low on Atlanta? Like the
Why am I
depth,
so low in Atlanta?
Yeah,
I don't see any. Well, number one, they lost Clint Capella, right? Okongwu
yeah,
got to step in as a center. So let me. I don't. Let me. Okay, Okongwu. If Okongwu's the center, and
yeah,
Kristaps Porzingis is probably the power forward. Do you run Jalen Johnson? Do you so let me ask, do you run a
yeah,
Jalen Johnson, Okongwu, and KP front court, or do you
yeah.
do Okongwu, Jalen Johnson at 4, then round it out that way? That's
Uh, I'd probably do Jalen Johnson at the 3. Try doing that.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So that means okay. So then again, here's the way I do it. People will love to coach these teams as if it's two. I mean, predict these teams as if it's 2K,
yeah,
where you don't really have the injury slaughter can go anyway. I'm a guy. I don't predict injuries, but I kind of do look at trends. And I
yeah,
won't. I won't. What I won't do is count on a guy like KP who was always injury prone and is sitting there with a virus. Now he says he feels
yeah,
well. He said he felt well at the beginning of last season,
yeah,
and he was back earlier than they expected, and he never really gave them. He never really was. It's a very mysterious thing. Now, again, just an injury bug. My thing is, where do you pivot? Where do you pivot when a guy like KP was injured, or do you even put your game plan around a guy like KP, and you just
I think they're
take?
gonna stagnate his minutes though, because we all know that he's injury prone. Like you said, I think they might play KP about like 30 minutes a game this year, maybe
Uh-huh.
25, 30 minutes a game. Maybe leverage him some time. Maybe even do what you said, like put Jalen Johnson at the 4. Maybe even put KP at the as the 6 man. Some lineups go, or maybe even alternate with Onyeka Kongu and KP at the 5. But I really
Yeah,
think it's gonna be tough.
and
I think Jalen Johnson
let's not
is
forget they got
versatile.
another last season's number one pick in Reece Arce. How does
Yeah.
he factor into the mix? And is he the worst number one pick since I don't no. I think there's been bad number one picks. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously the one with what's his name? What's the guy that had the pinched nerve situation?
Oh yeah, Anthony Bennett.
No, well Anthony Bennett was bad because he just wasn't good. But
Yeah,
the other one, Markel
yeah,
Fultz, he had
yeah,
the situation where, an injury did it to him. He's an injury
yeah,
bust. Reece Arce seems to be a decent player, but I mean, I don't see All-Star in his future. So
yeah. He
I,
might
I
be
you
like
know,
who got drafted. I think he might be like an Andrew Bogut uh
yeah, I
level
mean
player.
that not that type of play, but you mean that that type of
Yeah, level.
quality. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Obviously, Bogut's a big man. He's a
yeah,
3 times 4. But yeah. I mean, at some point, I just don't like. Everybody thinks it's like Philly. Everybody you're relying on guys who are injury prone, and I honestly, again, I'm a Trae Young critic. I'm a Trae
yeah.
Young critic. I see him be a better leader on the court
Yeah, I
because
know why
let's be
you're Trey
real.
Young critic though, bro. You're a
No,
Knicks
it's not
fan.
just because of the Knicks. It's not just because of the
Uh,
Knicks, but I've seen objectively, I've seen him get in fights with players. I mean, I've seen him get in fights with coaches. I've seen him not get along with coaches. I've seen him not gel that well on the court with other
yeah,
guards. Right now look, Dyson Daniels is obviously the perfect guard to put in the next to him because
yeah.
he can take
He's
the
a bigger
bullet and
guard. He
guard
could
everybody's
defend.
guard. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's good. But end of the day, this team was in 2 straight lotteries. The idea that they're gonna shoot up
Yeah.
to the top, the top of the,
Yeah.
top of half of the Eastern Conference, I don't see that. And that 47.5 win over under they have is very I mean it's very ambitious.
Yeah.
Again, it's a little 2-time lottery team. So 47.5, I would definitely tell you to take the under. And yeah,
Yeah.
you know what? Top side, yes. Like I said, if Jalen Johnson takes a step forward and he's that guy, he could be the man. And again, you know what? In Trey Young,
Yeah.
in Trey Young's he should want a guy like Dyson Daniel. I mean Jalen Johnson to be the top scorer. Let do you
Uh,
facilitate that?
I I'll say this: if I were, they might be like Darren Williams and Carlos Boozer. You know what I mean? Where like they're close in scoring averages, but we all know
Makes
who's getting
sense.
more attention. You know what I mean?
Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, makes sense. But again, and that's the thing. I think what happens. That I think when we do these teams, the
Yeah.
idea of who's the man, who's number one, and who's number two. That's the most overdone thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can have two guys who run the show, two guys who are your best two players, and it don't matter who's the. It's just like Kobe and Shaq. It never
No,
really
actually,
mattered who. It never
I
really
knew you was gonna
mattered
bring
who
that
was
up.
number one.
I knew you was gonna bring up Kobe. I
Well,
was actually thinking
that's
more
an
of a
obvious one. Well, hold on,
no.
that's
I
an
was trying to
obvious
think of
one,
like a
right?
Chris Paul, Devin Booker, or like a Jerry West, Wilt Chamberlain. Maybe like that type. You know what I mean? Where it's
Well,
closer.
you know what? When you say Chris Paul, what about Chris Paul and Blake Griffin? Because I think one of Chris Paul's biggest failures
I think
is
it's
he
more
did
one.
not.
I think it's
Hold
more for one, bro. I think it's more one, two than
on.
1A, 1B.
See, there's another one, Kemp and Payton, right? It really
Yeah.
never mattered who was the guy because you had a point guard to power forward connection where it's like Stockton Malone. Okay, well, Stockton
Yeah.
Malone, that was more. Obviously, you had the scorer and you had the feeder, right? You had one guy
Yeah.
that was being fed and one guy, and sometimes I think that's what you need. You need to feed the little man needs to feed the big man, right? And
Yeah.
we're in an age where the guard is usually the least. A lot of times is the lead scorer. And at some point,
Yeah.
it's like, hey, Trey, would it be if you got 19 and 14 and you made Jalen Johnson somehow into a 30-point scorer? Would that not push the team forward? Because you're actually going to win the assist title doing that, right? You're
Yeah.
still going to get a good number of points. You're still going to get your shots when needed, but you're going to make a superstar out of Jalen Johnson if you do that. You know what I'm saying? That was
Yeah.
in my opinion, that was my issue with Chris Paul. Is he never really
Yeah.
made a superstar out of Blake Griffin? While Blake Griffin was great, and
Well,
honestly,
he was borderline. He was a
he was,
borderline superstar.
yeah, he was. And my thing is, like I said, I think Chris Paul needed to elevate him. Just again, I've seen so many big little men to big men combinations. Like it's like Mark Jackson and Ewing those 4 years they played
Yeah.
together. He made Ewing a better scorer. Things like
Even
that.
Mark Jackson and Rick Smith for a little bit too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, guys who are feeder, pass first point guard, and I think maybe Trey needs to be because one thing I am a critic about Trey is his efficiency.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
It's funny because I was talking about Iverson and his efficiency, but see, Iverson wasn't the guy taking 30-footers for no reason. Trey takes
Yeah.
30-footers for no. If you're gonna take 30-footers, you can't be a 42, 43, 44% shooter. Like
Yeah,
take
I
your
agree.
30-footers and actually hit 45 plus. And again, it hit 40% from three. That's something Trey doesn't do. I think he's just more of a volume scorer.
Yeah, he's
You
more of
know
a
what I'm
volume
saying?
scorer. Yeah, I was about to
And
say.
I really think he needs to become more of the. And again, he's a good playmaker, but become
Yeah.
more the facilitator. See, playmaker and
Yeah.
facilitator, in my opinion, are two different things.
Yeah.
They could be simultaneous, but not all playmakers are good facilitators.
I know what you mean. You're
So
talking about like
yeah,
the difference between playmaking and table setting.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly the point. So yeah. So I got the Pacers at 41 and 41, and
Yeah.
we did.
Oh yeah, bro, you still there? Yo, Ro, you still there?
player in the league. I think he's the second best player in the league, but I
Yeah,
just look at that Bucks roster and I just don't like the point guard situation. I
yeah,
don't like they need if they got a point guard, I would have them at 50 wins. I would have them at 50 wins. But I mean I like I like you lose Brook Lopez, right? You lose Brook
yeah,
Lopez. You let me see where they're at. They're so their over under number is 42 and a half. So Vegas don't love them.
yeah,
And I got them at 43. So I wouldn't pick that. I wouldn't pick the Bucks because they could do better. They could do worse.
yeah,
They're plus 10,000 on championship odds. That means $100 bet will get you $10,000. So even Vegas
yeah,
thinks they're a long shot. Amir Coffey was a good get. Cole, I will say this: if Cole Anthony, I've always thought Cole Anthony had star potential. If
yeah.
Cole Anthony could be that point guard they need, they bring back Kyle Kuzma, Gary Trent.
Nah,
Miles
Kyle
Turner.
Kuzma is not good, bro. Kyle Kuzma's not,
Kyle Kuzma is off and on. Kyle
Yeah,
Kuzma is off and on. We know this. He's a
yeah,
guy that can go get. I'll get 30 one night, and
yeah,
he can go get 5 the next night. I mean, I think
yeah,
he can get a walking zeros at some point, but he can get 30
yeah,
one night. Jericho Sims in the front court depth. That's big. Again,
yeah.
getting Miles Turner to replace. You get
Brooke
younger at
Lopez.
the center position. Kevin Porter. Is Kevin Porter your starting point guard, or will Cole Anthony get it? I don't know.
Uh,
Torian Prince, a good defender. Gary Harris. I don't see any market improvement. I do see a slight improvement with obviously with Miles Turner. Miles Turner is just a poor rebounder for me, man.
yeah, I
He's a
agree.
poor,
He's Brooke Lopez
um
2.0.
yeah, I mean fantasy wise, bro, I like Giannis getting a possible rebounding title.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, like if you're gonna look at it, who's the number 2 guy in this team? And that's the big deal.
I
That's
think
the big
Cat.
deal.
I think Cat, Sabonis, and Jokic might still finish higher than Giannis for the to lead the league in rebounding.
It's possible. It's possible. 3-point shooting, I don't love it. I mean, again, you're
Yeah,
getting 3-point shots out of guys like Gary Harris, Kuzma, and Trent.
and Torian
Um,
Prince a little bit.
well, yeah, I guess a little bit. Let me see. Let me see if anybody was a market 3-point shooter that I'm missing last year.
Yeah,
Let's see. Okay, AJ Green. Well, Kevin Porter again. Kevin Porter was a good 3-point shooter on not the highest volume. Middleton
yeah,
is out of here. Portis can hit the three.
yeah,
Um, obviously Dame Lillard was their big volume guy. Gary Trent was their accuracy guy. You right, Torian
yeah,
Prince shoots it at a 44% clip. Kuzma
yeah,
shot it at an average clip.
yeah,
Yeah, it's par for the course. Again, Jericho Sims, I like him because
yeah,
he's so athletic. He's so athletic. He's perfect in that backup center role to give
yeah,
you that leaper, that shot. He was actually when with my Knicks. He was actually had the highest, the lowest field goal percentage against at the rim, and it's a very small sample size. But
yeah,
when he was called upon to play 15, 20 minutes, he could actually alter a lot on defensively. So I mean,
yeah. I just
again,
think the
look, go ahead.
the problem was just like you guys got too many big men. You know what I mean? You guys got Cat, Mitchell Robinson. I think that they just had to get Jericho Sims out of there. You
Let
know?
me say something. Yeah, you're right, and we kind of you're right about that.
Yeah,
We did need to open up for Ariel Hukporty. We knew we weren't going to resign because actually we had to resign Sims to lose him. So and
yeah,
we weren't going to spend any money on Jericho Sims with the front court depth. I will say this: having too many bigs in today's NBA is like white people problem, bro. Like, you can never have enough bigs, but I know what you mean. I know what you mean. You can't have 7 centers on your roster, shit like that, right? You gotta make up for wings. I'm a type of guy.
yo, Roy, you still there? Yo, Ro, you still there?
An injury. What's your plan? The Bucks absolutely cannot afford anything to happen to Giannis. They can't afford it. They're not competitive without Giannis. I don't see any game plan with
I agree.
Giannis not in the lineup where they will even be competitive. Again, let's see. At least last year they had Dame, right? No,
Yeah.
everything. You're not running a show around Miles Turner, bro. Like no.
No. No.
So
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I
that's
think the
my
Bucks might win like 45 games this year. I don't think they're
yeah.
going to be a playing team. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be a playing team though.
Yeah, I got them a solid 43. I got a solid 43 taking the 6 seed. So that's why I
Yeah,
have them.
same. I got them taking the 62. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the next team in the division, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Next team in
Detroit.
the division I got is Detroit.
Yeah.
Is Detroit. And I think Detroit takes a step up, right? I got them
Yeah.
taking the 4 seed. I'm
Same,
taking the 4 seed.
actually.
That means they have home court advantage this year. No,
Yeah.
not the 6 seed. Their number right now is 46.5. Right? They're 46.5
Yeah.
over under. So I got them a slight over. I mean, if it's a 1.5
Yeah.
point spread, if a 1.5 game spread right there, I would take it because I think the upside is about 50 wins. But it's still, injuries can happen. Anything that happens to Cade, anything happens to
Yeah.
Ivy, and you got a whole different deal. But their
Or
roster's
even a
pretty
star.
solid. Say again?
Or even a star. You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. So you got Ivory again. You get Cade. Yeah. Cade Cunningham obviously is their man. They bring back Paul Reed. They bring back Isaiah Stewart. They bring back Jalen. I mean, they did lose Beasley, right? I don't know what the situation's going on with Beasley.
Yeah.
Actually, they say he's not in the clear, so he'll probably if once he gets his legal problems done. They brought in Karis LeVert, good get. They lost
Yeah.
Tim Hardaway Jr. Uh, do they still have Tobias? Yeah, they still got Tobias. Tobias is so. I like Tobias as a player, but I understand he's just a solid guy there. Like he's not a positive nor is he a negative. He plays good enough defense. He scores good enough, but he's just I don't know. He's just like a neutral player. I don't know. Duncan Robinson they get for outshot shooting. That's a good one. I mean. Ozil Thompson, Jalen Duran, those guys taking a step up. Cunningham taking it. I think
Hey,
they're
Steam
young
Engine is
enough.
Steam
Say
Engine
again?
in the chat, bro. He's saying right
Yeah,
here,
I mean,
Tobias Harris has been stealing away money from the league for a minit. That is
he
kind of true.
had, he has, because like I said, he is a neutral. He's like you, Speed. He's like, I don't know, he's like, I was going to say androgynous. That's not the word. He's like anonymous. I like him because he's a solid player. He doesn't really have any weaknesses, but he's not great at anything. You understand what I'm saying? And yes, the 6'8" Shea Cole. I mean, that's pretty much who he is, bro. So shout out to Fame, Michael Jordan fans. So this guy, Michael Jordan fans are the worst sports
Yeah.
fans of all time. And it's
Nah,
funny because you're not on the Michael. If you look at the background guy, I'm a Knicks fan, so I'm
yeah.
not even a Michael Jordan fan. But
Yeah, I was about to say, I was always confused, bro. That was actually one of the questions I wanted to ask you. Like, you're a Knicks fan, you like Michael Jordan, you know?
yeah, I mean, and that's the thing
Yeah.
because I'm objective. Like I support Michael Jordan's case to the GOAT, but I didn't root for
Oh,
Jordan. I tell people all the time, I didn't root for Jordan. I didn't root for Kobe, and I actually did root for LeBron in '07. I wanted to see him beat the Spurs. But after that, once he became a deuce going to Miami, and I don't criticize LeBron because he went to Miami. I criticize him for acting like a douche in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
the press conference, the whole, the pep rally, the not one, not two, not three. And again, I don't criticize them for saying I'm gonna win a bunch of championships. But then once they started playing, it was like excuse central, and that's what turned me off to the Heat. But other than that, man, nah. I mean, I just think one thing I think about LeBron is they tried to circumvent what it takes to be the GOAT. We all know the standard. We all know the standard, period. And they're trying to like work their way around it. And then now, on top of that, you dirty Mac Michael Jordan. Like you got to tell a story. Michael Jordan was this great. You didn't reach that standard, so now you want. Now it's like, oh, well, Michael Jordan didn't do this. Michael Jordan do that. That's only my issue. But we're talking about the Pistons.
I think the worst basketball fans are actually like either Kobe fans or Kyrie fans to me.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. Well, Kobe. Most Kobe fans are really Laker fans. I mean, and there are some Kobe. I think. Trust me, I used to go at Kobe fans real hard body. Pause. In the 2000s, right?
Yeah, big
I couldn't
yeah.
wait. Hold on, it was a point. It was a part where I couldn't wait for LeBron to take the crown from Kobe. And that's real because I just didn't want to see Kobe get the 7th championship. But one thing I can say about Kobe is Kobe gave his all to the game. Kobe played hard every night. There wasn't no, Kobe did not cheat the game at all. So at the end of the day, I respect Kobe's legacy and I respect what he did. Again, he knew. Thing about Kobe fans is once he didn't win the 6th championship, and once he didn't win the 7th championship, whatever that was the goal, they drop any claims that go. It's LeBron fans that are trying to work around, and that's only my issue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Actually, the Viz keeps on. I don't know why this dude keeps posting videos of Lamont. You know what I mean? But anyways, he posted a video today, bro, where it was titled Lamont says that the 90s drafts are weak, which is basically what I was saying. I was telling you, bro, the late 80s, early 90s drafts were weak, and he
Well, we're
posted
going to debate that. We're going to debate that. We're definitely going to debate that. So
it was just interesting that he posted that video of Lamont.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, Lamont doesn't know anything about basketball, bro. I mean, this has been proven. Lamont sits there with his Chat GPT and his lying algorithm, and I'm glad. I watched this video today. His algorithm absolutely lies. He has a lying algorithm. I've seen him lying on his algorithm. I sat there with him for an hour and a half debating on who started load management. Now, he says that the 76ers never use load management. He said, and we asked him to put it in Chat GPT, not where the load management began, because I do believe it began with Greg Popovich and the Spurs. They would have first look. Load management was happening before that, but they were the first team to come out and say, "We're just resting a player. There's no injury. We just don't. We're just resting a player."
Like Tim Duncan, yeah.
Hollywood Hearn, what's good, man? Yeah, I mean, with Tim Duncan, with
good, bro?
Kawhi, and a bunch of them. But I've seen Lamont on his screen. This is one of the last few times he used to show his screen. Now he just reads it off and expects us to believe that he's reading off a screen. Like Lamont is, bro. Let me stop, man. The 2000s draft were not weak. We're not going there. But no, you're gonna go there. You're gonna go there because you believe it.
Yeah.
So
your cooker's back. Your cooker's back.
Oh my God, this guy thinks he won something, bro. How was class, Scott?
Class was fine.
Okay. Look, he's putting his nose in the air because he wanted to fix the bait.
Man,
He wanted to
I
bait
didn't
for the
want to
guy.
fix the. No. I didn't want to fix the bait. I absolutely destroyed you, bro. And
Now he absolutely destroyed me. He absolutely destroyed me.
the reason why Herm gave it a tie because I lost it. You didn't win it, bro. I basically had to lose the debate for you to win. You didn't win the debate. I
Okay.
lost it for.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, again, anytime I get a judge to say I'm gonna give him 3-0 because he was mad he got cooked in an earlier discussion. But anyway, we're talking Pistons right now. We're talking Cade Cunningham. We're talking Jalen Duren should be one of the better big men in the
Pistons
front.
going to the Eastern Conference Finals, man.
Hey, I got them as the 4th seed. I got them winning 48 games,
I think
46
they're
and
gonna
a
be a
half.
top 3 seed. I actually think they're
Top
gonna be the
3.
2nd seed.
Oh damn, 2nd seed. Oh,
So Herm, give me your 1 through 8 real quick. Real quick, your 1 through 8.
I think the clear cut favorite should be the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah.
After that, I got the Detroit Pistons. The third seed would be the Knicks. Fourth seed, Philly. Fifth seed would be the
Damn.
Milwaukee Bucks. Sixth seed would be the Orlando Magic. Yeah, your Knicks facing the Magic first round, nigga. Seventh seed, the Atlanta Hawks. And the eighth seed, that's where I'm stuck at. I don't know. I don't know about the eighth seed.
Man, you better put my Bulls up in there, nigga.
Man, Mac Dev, our Bulls ain't ready, man. They ain't
Yeah.
ready.
Back
We
there,
is.
what's good?
But
Salute.
He got Philly top four though. That's what I want to
So,
ask
so,
Herm.
so the funny part about it is Herm gave me a tie, and Mac Def was the only other non-biased judge in this
Mac
little
Dad wasn't biased,
impromptu
bro.
Discord
Mac Dad
debate.
wasn't biased, bro.
This nigga
Mac Dad wasn't
bugging.
biased.
I
He
just said
gave
he was the only unbiased. I just said he's the only unbiased judge. You know what I'm
no
saying?
one else
So
was biased.
I'm not a biased judge, nigga. I didn't
I
give a
just
damn
said you.
who.
Hold on. I said hold on. I said Herm. I said Herm who gave me a tie, and Mac Def were the only unbiased judge. So y'all gotta listen to me. I
Listen
get
to
you
me.
know.
I
I know
get
y'all. I know y'all driving. I hear somebody's
Oh, y'all can hear
window.
me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
somebody
my
got an open
windows,
window.
that's crazy. My windows is up too, and everybody can hear me drive.
Bro,
I see that. So
no one
that's
wasn't
crazy.
biased, bro. I just made better
Go on
points.
mute.
I
Bro,
just made better points.
Swiss before the debate, Swiss said I'm giving Scott 3-0 no matter what you say. And I said one thing he ain't like, and he just gave you the whole debate. Look, Scott,
Swiss
it's
didn't
all
even
good,
vote.
bro. This was
Swiss didn't even
impromptu.
vote.
Say again. Swiss did vote.
Swiss didn't vote.
Yes, he did.
No, he
He
didn't.
did.
Swiss
He
did
gave
not
you a
vote.
30. Hey,
Oh
look,
yeah,
look.
oh yeah, I forgot he did vote.
Hey, see what I'm saying? You can't even remember what happened. I bet you can't even remember your damn argument. But anyway.
I did
Nah,
remember.
but Scott, you better take care of business Saturday.
No, I
You
am gonna
still,
take care of business.
you
Yeah, because
still.
that
Roll is
was
just gonna
see,
rob me of my
this
win.
was a sparring session, sir. This was
This
just a
wasn't.
impromptu
This was
sparring
not a
session.
sparring
I had
session. It was not a sparring
okay.
session. It was all out
It was to
fighting.
sharpen you up, Mister Sir, and
No,
get your confidence going. It's all
we were
good,
we
bro.
were in the dome, bro. We were in one on one fighting, bro. It was in the
Okay,
streets.
all right,
And and
guy.
and,
All
and
right.
Swish and Swish gave me 2-1. He gave me 2-1, so he gave you a
No,
vote.
well, no. They see the fact that he switched it up means he's full of shit.
What?
Anyway, Swish is full of shit. Swish was mad that I was getting at his Cleveland Cavaliers, and they're next up on the list, right? So everybody likes Cleveland to be the number one seed. Everybody loves Cleveland to be number one because they
Yeah.
won number one
It's gonna
seed
be
last
number
year,
one.
right?
Yeah, they're locked number one, right?
No, they're not locked number one. Okay, so they are Vegas likes them because Vegas gives them a 56 and a half over under. I got the under for the Cavs. I got them having a 10-game drop off. Again, you talk about the injuries. I don't see them getting. They didn't get anybody of significance, right? They didn't get nobody that significant to improve them. At the very least, they're standing pat, right? The very least, they're standing pat. So let me just kind of look over their roster, see if there's anything I'm overlooking. Because this is what I do. I look at full rosters,
Yeah.
right? I look at full rosters. I mean, you get Killian Hayes, Thomas Bryant was a good gift for their front court depth. I like that. They drafted Tyrese Proctor, pretty good.
Yeah.
Again, you bring back Okiki. Alonzo Ball was their big free agent splash. Evan Mobley gets a year older. Donovan Mitchell brings same guy. Max Strus is there. They did lose Todd Jerome, but they replaced him with Lonzo.
Yeah.
Again, if Lonzo can give you 60 minutes, if the injuries don't pop back, 60 games, I mean, the injuries don't pop back up. I mean, Garland, Wade, Dean Wade, DeAndre Hunter, they bring back the same team.
How are they gonna
Her,
play Lonzo though?
her,
Because obviously
was 30
Garland and
biased? Was 30 biased? Was 30 biased? 30 wasn't biased, bro.
30 was
He was.
biased. 30 got mad because I've been cooking him the last couple of days. He
You
get
have been
mad.
cooking 30, bro.
Oh, boy, all 30 do. Look, shout out to 30. What all 30 do is jump over everything I tried to say. And even the post-bait discussion, I had to walk away from that, man. but
all I'm gonna say, bro. All I'm
hey,
gonna say, you got
Scott, get ready for your real debate, bro. This you gonna make your debut, bro. Like, just relax.
bro.
I,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'm scared because you're gonna rig me, bro. As
No, no,
soon
no,
as
no. See, I'm telling you, and then you can make you can make the argument you want, but I say be careful with them rabbit holes because you're gonna wind up having to prove something. You're gonna wind up having to prove something. But that's just me. I'm very non-biased. Trust me, I'm non-biased. Make a strong argument, but build the foundation of your argument. Support it. Don't contradict yourself. You're good in my opinion. But yeah, we talking Cavs. And again, I don't see a top to bottom roster that's better than the Knicks. But hey, you
the
guys love the
Knicks,
Cavs. You love the
the
Cavs.
Yeah.
the Knicks don't have a playmaker though.
The
Well, they
Knicks
don't have
don't
an
have a
elite play.
playmaker.
They don't have an elite playmaker,
Yeah. I think
You
that's what.
okay?
and I think
But
the defense is questionable.
you do realize that Josh Hart gets you about 5, 6, 7 assists off the bench.
Yeah, but are you guys really gonna rely on Josh Hart when defense is gonna key on
You know who? You know who?
Josh Hart, bro?
Well, number one, he's in the second unit, so he's going to be in the second unit. Obviously, I think Mitch won the starting job tonight. Again, Mitchell Robinson, 16 rebounds in 18 minutes. That was dominant today. Dominant. And again, the
Yeah,
way
Mitch
I'm
Richmond
looking,
is gonna be unplayable too. He's gonna be unplayable in certain
he's going to
minutes.
be unplayable. Why is he going to be unplayable? Because of the offense.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
free throw.
the offense and the switchability.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Mitchell's a very switchable player,
I'm
especially
trying to
with
say
the leg.
about
Go ahead.
that. He's
Especially guys make it to the finals. I don't see him guarding Shea on the perimeter.
but why
Oh,
does he need to do that though?
Why would he have to guard Shea? We have OG Anunoby and Miles Bridges. Why would he ever have to guard Shea?
Yeah.
on who
I mean,
knows?
him and Isaiah Hartenstein know each other like a book. They were teammates for 2.5 years, or 3 years. I mean, or 2 years. Um, like why? Like I
Yeah.
mean, you
maybe
you
Shea is
really
gonna put them in foul
you really
trouble.
hold on. You really think that Chet Holmgren is keeping a Mitch off the boards?
No, because Mitch is bigger than Chet, so I see him.
Okay, so right then and there, like we between him and Cat, I think the Knicks would have the
But
advantage at the 4-5 match.
what concerns me is Cat defense. Is Cat basically
Yeah,
your two?
yeah, you're right. And Cat I've said this, Cat at the 4 is a lot different player than he is at the 5.
Yeah.
If he's your last line of defense, he's bad. But at the 4, he's actually elite because he's bigger.
The most
Harden
fours.
got to guard it. Say again?
The most fours is bigger.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, you saw that in Minnesota as well.
I don't see you guys beating the Cavs. I don't see you guys beating the Cavs.
I see us beating them in 5, and that's why Swiss was mad at
Not
me because
far.
we got into a big rabbit hole discussion, but at the end of the day, it was trash talk. And I said the Knicks are going to beat the Cavs. The Knicks beat the Cavs in 5 and 23. You got to explain to me with the same core 4, how did
That's
they
3
get that much
bro.
better?
That's 3 years ago.
I think
Oh,
Mobley
it was
got
3 years
better in
ago,
20.
where did they get better other than Mobley's progression? Where did they get better in the 3 years? Garland is the same guy. Spider, you can't tell me Spider is much better. Only person that got
I
considerably better is Mobley.
thought he got better.
Who?
He got better. Donovan Mitchell.
You really think so? I mean, he actually
Yeah,
scaled back his scoring to
but that's what I'm saying,
to
bro. You're one of those people that doesn't like looking at stats, right? So I'm
yeah.
saying like
I don't.
even if we look at like what he done, like he's first team all NBA, like he took a step back for his scoring ability to be more of like an off ball player, you know what I mean? More of a playmaker for the Cavs. So
Understood.
I think
Understood.
I
I've
don't
never
see
seen
So so what
The Knicks
so
ain't winning the championship.
what if I tell you I think Jalen Brunson has his number?
no,
What
if
do
you
you
think
mean he have
Brunson's
his
better
number?
I'm fine with that. I think they're like once
It's not even about being better. I think again, he outplayed them when they were in Utah and he was in Dallas. And then
yeah,
he outplayed them again the next year with the
Bro,
Knicks. And I
I think
don't see again.
we should do like the comparison between like 2023 because 2022 we all know Brunson wasn't that level of player. You know, so I feel
You
like
You
Donovan
know what
Mitchell.
kills me? You know what kills me though? Hold on. Guys that tell me that the Knicks should be afraid of the Atlanta Hawks based on 2021. But when I bring up 2023, us going in and gentlemen sweeping Cleveland with them having home court advantage. Well, that's a good. At least with the Knicks have absolutely zero players who played in that series against Trey Young and the
Man,
Hawks.
the long James Dolan, the owner, y'all ain't never gonna win.
Oh, now here we go, James Dolan. So now James Dolan is gonna fuck it up.
Just like with Jerry Jones with the Cowboys. Cowboys ain't gonna win shit till he die. Same thing with Dolan, man, and that
Hey
just
Herm,
reality.
hey Herm, you
And
realize
also,
James Dolan?
y'all playing the Magic in the first round. Y'all gonna lose in the Magic first round.
Oh Jesus Christ!
God, I
Oh,
play the Bucks in the first round. Actually,
the Knicks will play. Let me see. The Knicks will play in the first round. They'll play. They'll play. I got them playing Toronto. All right. So Toronto's our sons. They literally got two of our young bucks that we traded there. The Knicks will beat the Toronto in a sweep. Okay, and then yeah, then we play the 4-5 matchup. I say we get the Pistons.
I see you guys being the pissed. I see you guys because I think Cade is like 2 or 3 years away.
I mean, he's already almost as good as Brunson.
Nah, K
No,
gonna be an
What's mad
all
at me
NBA.
about?
He gonna be an all NBA player this year.
No, from
Second
no,
reaching like
team.
he's
his full
already all
ceiling.
big to her.
I'm
He's
gonna give
already.
him
No, from like
second. I'm
reaching
gonna
his
give him
full
second
ceiling.
team.
Yeah,
I
he
feel like
might.
Cade hasn't reached his ceiling yet.
I mean,
Is Casual in the chat? Because I did talk about his Bucks. I did talk about Casual's
Nah,
Bucks.
he know what Bucks gonna be a
The
fifth
Bucks ain't
seed,
winning.
man. They
The
gonna
yeah,
be a
Bucks
know,
ain't
fifth
winning
seed.
nothing, bro. The Bucks are getting
that's
bounced
why
by the
casual.
Magic with the Pistons.
I mean, Giannis is not. I don't think Giannis will ever win until like maybe like
But
20.
Giannis, if Giannis wants to get into top 10 talks, he needs to get out of Milwaukee because
Yeah,
he's heading
he's
to
not
top 10.
good first. I go.
Giannis is heading into top 10 combos. He needs to get out of Milwaukee.
I think it's hard to put Giannis in the top 10 conference. I feel like Giannis
No,
is
he's
big.
heading in there. He's not there yet, but he's heading into top 10 combos.
I don't
For
think
me,
I just.
he is.
I feel like
Like
for
you get
Hey, Mar, you would know about special ed class, wouldn't you? Yeah.
but just because we don't suck up LeBron, we're not haters. But anyway, uh Giannis to me is like 2 or 3 years away from like bumping Bird and Magic out of my top 10.
no, I don't think Giannis will ever be that level of play.
Why?
I think
Giannis right now. I think right now, if he keeps it up, I'm putting him over Bird, bro.
we'll keep what up though. Like this is what I'm saying. Like a lot of these players that are in the top 10, like from for example, like from 2021, 2022 to now, that's like what Giannis being 26 to 30. Most players in that stretch will win like MVPs, rings. Like
But
I
but
mean,
here's
like
the thing though. Here's the thing. They all played on better teams than Giannis.
I mean
Outside
that's
of Dame, like Giannis never played as a caliber player like someone else. Like I can only think of Duncan and King doing that. No one
I'm
else in the top 10. So,
Fun fact with Knicks versus Cavs. And I know 2023, right? Oh, that was so long ago. Game 5, the closeout game. Do you know how many points and rebounds that Mitchell Robinson had?
no,
13 and 18. Do you know how many points that Evan Mobley and Jared Allen had combined?
no.
no.
11 and 13. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So
Hey, 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 hey,
unless those guys eat some spinach like Popeye,
hey,
yeah,
The
the
Knicks,
Cavs
let me
is our
tell this
son, Knicks
bum.
and Pop.
the
Let me
Knicks
tell
ain't
this
winning nothing,
bum Mar
bro.
this, man. Let me tell
The
this
Knicks,
bum Mar this. Hey Mar, I'm gonna tell you this. You want to talk about special ed class? We gonna see that all goddamn season when y'all be delusional about Luca and LeBron the whole goddamn season when
Nah,
y'all
don't
making
disrespect
that
my
shit.
Lakers, man. Don't
And
disrespect.
y'all,
talk.
Yeah,
uh,
Mar is not a Laker fan. He's a LeBron fan. I'm an actual.
Luke,
So,
yeah, that's the whole
All
point.
all
You
right,
gonna be
so
delusional,
Luca
man.
LeBron gonna get
Scotty, you
second rounded by
sicken
the
me.
Rockets.
You sicken me, Scotty.
what
Scotty
is
been
Scott? What is
cooking,
Scott?
man. Scotty
What is
been
Scott?
cooking, Cash.
What does
Scotty,
Scotty say? What does Scotty say that irk you this time, casual?
Scotty.
Man, he just all of a sudden, man, if he want to be top 10, he need to leave Milwaukee. Man, shut
Yes, bro.
up.
Oh, okay,
Yes, he
okay,
needs
yeah,
to
yeah,
leave
I missed that.
Milwaukee.
I missed that.
How are the
He
Bucks?
get
How are the Bucks?
Giannis is heading to top 10 combos and he's gonna get ruined because of
No,
Milwaukee.
Giannis is not heading
Nigga, there's
anywhere.
a nigga that's in top 10 conversations right now that played for the same franchise for, I want to say, majority of his years outside of like 2 years of his career. And
One
he,
top 10 conversation. Top 10
Giannis
score.
is heading to
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What top 10 conversations is this nigga ending up? Unless he plays
Bro,
20 plus years in the
Thank
league
you.
at
What
an
top?
elite level.
you're telling me
What
you
top
tell
10
me Giannis can't.
conversations?
Giannis is nowhere near the top 10. Nowhere near the top 10. Giannis.
Bro,
He's
he's
Oh
top.
no. Okay, he's dragging it. Nowhere near is a little crazy. He's
No,
top.
my definition of
He's top 20. He's top 20 already in my book.
Bro,
I
Same here.
agree with you. I got him at like 19. But what I mean, nowhere.
Giannis right now, if he keeps it up, I don't care. He's gonna surpass Magic and Bird easily for me.
Not easily.
Easily?
What?
Wow.
Easily,
And
bro.
Oh my God.
So you think Giannis is gonna be top?
Scotty, bro.
This
Scotty, bro.
is
You,
Yeah.
No,
this is
Magic,
big Scotty.
Larry Bird and Magic. Now,
Scotty, bro. You gotta stop
Magic is in
chatting,
my
bro.
top 10, but he's like 9 or 10, and Bird is
Hey,
not
let
my
me.
top 10.
Hey, let
So
me.
how-
Let me holler at you. Let me
That
holler
is
at
like,
you. Let me holler at you.
Magic
hey,
above
when
Kobe. Put
I'm
Magic.
dating myself. Hold on. Hey, Herm, you old enough to remember? Remember the Transformers?
Yeah.
You remember that Transformer that went to a tape recorder? Like he transformed into a tape recorder.
Yeah.
What was it?
Soundwave.
Soundwave? Soundwave?
Yes.
That's smart. Cause somehow you will like. Okay, I think he's getting at me by saying that Cade was second all team All NBA, and I believe that. I think that's what he's talking about. I believe he should have been second all team All NBA, and you know who shouldn't have been second team All NBA? Oh yeah, I said this last night. You know who shouldn't have been second team All NBA? The one guy in the All NBA team, the all three teams that was negative and
Shit.
plus minus.
Bro.
LeBron James,
Here we
LeBron
go.
James.
This is
Here
my
we
Come
go,
on,
bro.
bro.
issue.
Here we go.
I'm one of those people that I'm not really LeBron hater, or I'm not really a big.
Tomatoes in the chat. Tomatoes.
It has nothing to do with hate. It has nothing
Yes,
to
it
do with
does.
hate.
You
Yes,
gotta
it
be.
does.
You
It's
gotta,
hating, bro. That's
you're
hating.
a hater. You gotta be real, bro. Like we
Bro,
all.
you
If
can't
you're gonna
you
be
can't name
second
me
team All
15
NBA,
players
you
that
gotta
have
play
better
defense.
seasons than LeBron.
Well, hold on, bro. Cade is not a bad defender. Brunson is literally plays for the Knicks. We all know he's a worse defender than Cade. I mean, this is not.
But
Well, what does that
but
got to do? Brunson was the clutch player of the year. Look at Brunson's numbers. Brunson's team actually didn't have to sneak up on anybody to get their seed.
Big,
And look,
but
I mean, I know it has nothing to do with it, but look what Brunson's team actually did in the playoffs.
Cade is a bigger. He's a better all-around player. He's a much better passer. Like he
Yeah,
has
but
a.
I'm not taking Brunson out. I'm taking LeBron out. LeBron played no defense, guys. He
I don't
played
think
no
but
defense.
what? You're chatting right now. You're chatting.
I'm
now
not
you.
chatting right now.
Yes,
He,
you are. You're chatting, bro.
Brown was a solid defender. All right, he
Yo,
was
LeBron
not.
was a
Okay,
solid defender
As
last
quick
season.
as quick as I
having the
got in this
best
motherfucker,
talking about.
this nigga
First of all, I don't
get me
even
out
know
of
that to
here.
be true, Jay. I mean, I think he does have the most win shares, right? I think he
Yeah,
does have the most win shares, but other than that, like the best plus minus in history, but he was negative last year. Here's the
I
problem,
don't.
bro. Hold
He,
on.
I always reference stuff from like 20 years ago, 10
He
years
was
ago.
a hold on. He was a negative 54 on a team that was a positive 80 something. So the team
What?
that means he was a negative 84 on a team that was a positive 100.
Is he referencing? Is he referencing like plus minus?
Oh yeah,
I
you
am
know.
referencing plus minus.
Roe doesn't
I
care about, and mind you, Roe doesn't care about stats. By the way, he never brings up plus
I never,
minus.
bro. I never said I don't
He
care
doesn't.
about stats. I
How
say
how
stats should
convenient?
be
No,
the
he
same.
How convenient? How convenient? How
all the
convenient?
no.
all the
So
LeBron
How come
why
Rashad
was
LeBron is top? LeBron is
Why was
top three.
LeBron part of the worst Laker lineup? Why was LeBron part of the worst Laker lineup? Why were lineups better with LeBron off the floor?
Because
explain.
you know stats can be misleading, right? Stats could be misleading, right?
What were
Stats
the
could be misleading.
personnel? What was the personnel? What was the
I
pieces
mean,
around in the lineup?
I looked at so many different iterations
If it was him, because I'm telling you right now, if we go and we
here
look
we
in
go.
the lineup that you're referencing is with Carmelo Anthony, Malik Monk, and Juan Toscano Anderson, nigga, I'm going to tell you respectfully to shut the
Hey,
fuck up.
casual. I'm talking about the 2025 Lakers, not the 2022
So
Lakers.
Okay. So what roster was it? What was not roster?
We're talking
What was the lineup?
Bro,
Hey
I
Mark,
don't want to.
you.
Every
we're gonna
lineup
get to
that
this rabbit
LeBron.
hole right now.
Okay, yeah, no, yeah, because I'm not. We're
Okay,
not doing.
let's
We're
do
not
some
doing
research.
rabbit holes. We're
Let's
not
do some
doing
Yeah,
rabbit
research.
holes.
we're
Yeah, no,
rabbit
we ain't
holing
gotta.
right now.
Oh,
McCann.
I'm finna rabbit hole this shit. Y'all
No,
continue to
no, no.
show.
We don't need. No, I
No, no,
don't want
no,
to
no, no,
talk
no,
about.
no, no, no.
Bro,
I'm
I've
saying
been
y'all
rabbit
been.
holing so
I'm
much
saying,
today. I can't
bro,
even take
you've
it.
been
Now I can
rabbit.
do it on
You
my
rabbit
show.
hole every. You rabbit hole every show. What the
No,
fuck?
no, I follow you clowns into the rabbit hole. I'm like motherfucking what? My kid watches Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Well, I'm like Donald Duck. Donald Duck goes into every fucking rabbit hole. Jesus Christ, yo, bro, look, for real talk, real talk. I
The
want just, I
worst.
want pivot to here. I want
He said the
pivot
word.
to some
He
Mickey
said the
Mouse.
worst plus minus.
You know the
Worst.
worst thing? People like Rashad McCann, Sports and Fitness Rants, bro. Like these guys are all LeBron haters. They're the first people to bring up plus minus. Like Mars in the chat. I agree with Mar. He
Any.
said, I've never heard someone bring up plus minus till this year. That is a fact. I have never heard plus minus being a stat used on
Somebody's asking me, so he's asking me to bet $50 on a something like All NBA,
So
which is media driven. Which is again media. Like, so it took me 50 years to find a woman to have my child. Jesus Christ, Mark, stop crashing out, bro. Stop crashing out. You don't know my story. It's all good. At the
Yeah,
end
no.
of the day, Lord, it's you're gonna ask me to bet a media driven award. I'm not doing that. Like, what does that mean? And let's be real, the Lakers are not making the playoffs. When they don't make the playoffs, they'll find a way to keep putting LeBron on an All NBA team just so they can say he's been an All NBA team 2 times after the age of 40. I mean, who cares?
on the All NBA team when he was losing in 04-05.
Who?
No, he's all NBA, 5.
Yeah, in 04.
Cap had a record. He won 42
So I'm
games.
not finding on. I'm not finding on Basketball Reference. Let me see if I can find it on NBA.com.
I think the
I
Lakers,
Right?
the
Listen,
Lakers are going to make the playoffs
I
this year.
want to get back to this. I want to get back to this Giannis not hitting the top 10 combos. So like, all he has to do is pass Magic for me. He's in my top 10.
But
To
that's the
me,
thing that the apparently. Oh wait, I can hear an echo.
Yeah, who's
Apparently,
that going?
I think that
Is
I
that
think that might be Scotty. I think that might be Scotty.
That's not me. That's not me. I got no echo.
who is it
yeah?
then?
It's not
No.
him.
Okay. No. I think you are an exception because typically, I think they might have went muted. That's why they need to come off of mute for us to see. But I think you are an exception more than like the general standard because majority of people view Bird and Magic as like gatekeepers, if not in the top 10. Like if it's not Bird and Magic, then it's Wilt. If it's not Wilt, then it's
Yeah,
Bill Russell. If
Magic.
it's not Bill
Magic
Russell,
is
then
my
it's
gatekeeper. Magic is my gatekeeper. Magic is
yeah.
my
So
gatekeeper.
so so what I'm
Nasty
saying. So
work.
what I'm saying is what I'm
And he
saying is
probably has Curry up there.
Yeah, I have Curry over Magic.
So you
Nasty
have
work.
this is what I don't understand.
now
So
I don't
you
think
have
that I don't and to be honest with you, I don't think it's crazy at this point if you have Curry over Magic.
I don't think
What's crazy is to think that Magic is falling so beneath the standard that now all of a sudden
Yes, bro.
Giannis can jump over.
Yes, bro. Because you think about it, he doesn't have the longevity. His peak.
the funniest part.
All my players ahead of him got way better peaks than Magic
That's
Johnson.
why. Kobe does not have. If you have Kobe Buffett, Kobe's peak is nowhere near Magic. Okay,
Yeah,
not
bro. Now you're chatting right now. You're chatting,
nowhere near, but it's not as good. It's not as good. It's not even top
bro.
10. Peak
And
Kobe.
Oh God, bro.
even if you want to say Magic has a gap of a peak, Kobe's longevity is way too much
No, no,
to
that is.
ignore.
Now I want to bust this myth right now. So we can all agree that Magic was playing at a high level for what 12 years.
No, 11 years.
Well,
11. He
okay,
played
Okay,
which year
11 years.
wasn't he? Which year wasn't he, Scott? Which year
yeah,
wasn't he playing at all level, high level?
he played.
His second year we got hurt. He only played 35 games.
I
Yeah, but he
mean, that's nitpicking.
finished
That's
like
not
a,
nitpicky.
Okay,
That's not nitpicky. He
so
only played 11.
outside of 80 outside of 81, 80 and 82 all the way to what
21.
90 92 91.
Yeah,
That's 11 years. 11
he
years.
Kobe had 13. That's
No,
the whole.
Kobe had 14 years.
No,
No,
2. I'm
no.
not
Yeah,
2.
14. He had
So
14.
from 2001 season, from 2000
No, Golden
2001
99
season.
2000. 99
No,
2000. That was his
no,
prime.
I don't know. His
Hey,
prime was not
Mr.
starting
Scott,
99
hey, Mr.
2000.
Scott, you realize that Magic Johnson was 11th in MVP voting despite only playing games? Did
Didn't
you
you
realize
just
he
Yeah,
averaged
did,
see, I ain't
21?
making
Hold
that.
on, you realize he averaged 21, 8.6, and 8.6?
didn't you just say the MVP is a
Yeah,
media
I'm not
driven
doing that.
award?
I'm not
Okay,
arguing.
okay, but see, no, we'll see. But here's the thing: whether it's media driven or not, you can say
Oh
somebody's
my,
playing it.
you're
Then
contradicting
Scott,
yourself right now,
please don't interrupt. Whether it's media driven or not, you can say somebody's playing at a high level when they
bro.
garner MVP voting. You can
He
say
only
somebody whether like I don't think the media is going to vote for a guy for MVP who's not playing at a high level. So you got to understand the standards of the argument that you make. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying like I can say LeBron is playing at a high level. But that's different than saying he does not deserve to be on the All NBA team. He's asking me to vote for Cade being on the All NBA team. I think Cade is in a bad market, and is not. And a lot of people don't think giving Cade his proper due. I'm happy he even made the All NBA third team, but I thought there would be an argument for Cade to be the All NBA first team based on the eight. Was it?
what?
Hold on. Yes. You know why? Because Detroit, despite having Jaden Ivey, who's arguably the second best player on the Pistons, won 34 more games from season to season. So I think that was a big talking point to get him on the All NBA first team.
I've come back from my research. So, do you guys want me to share my screen so that you guys can see?
Go ahead. Yeah, you got it. You got
Yeah,
it.
but
Hold on.
Well,
I'll set the format.
to rebuttal your Magic point about being top, but I'm not giving you cherry points because you're 11 in MVP voting, but you're not even in the top 10.
okay,
And
Yeah,
okay,
I ain't
he,
gonna lie
he
to you. That was a little
oh,
crazy.
yeah,
05 count.
he only
He was
he
better than
only
05.
played 30.
Well,
He only
I
played 30.
also gave you the stats. I also gave you the 21,
Yeah, he only
8.6,
played
and
35
8.6.
games. He only played
Okay,
35 games.
whether he did or not, he was great in those 35 games. So that's what I'm saying.
But
He
it
played
hurts
at a
him
high.
though. He was
So let
hurt.
me
He
ask you
was
this. Let
hurt.
me ask you this. Let me ask you this. You think a guy playing getting 21? And I forget the number of games, but if a guy went 22, 8.6, and 8.6, would that not be a great addition to any team in this day and age?
But
Even
if
in
you're
this day
not,
and age.
Magic,
But no,
that
that's a yes or no question.
would be a top 10 player in the league
no,
today.
you're not. You're making it too vague, bro. You're making it too
Why am
vague.
I making too big? You give me a
Because
guy with those stats with 3.4 steals a game. Would that not be an addition to any? Would that not be a great addition, a high level addition to any team?
That's
It's a
what I'm
yes
saying.
or
I'm
no question. It's a
starting to
yes or no
believe
question. Don't be scared to
a lot
answer.
of people don't know. Hey, bro, a lot of people don't really know about Magic. I'm starting to like. I hear a lot
Yeah,
of these
I
people.
mean, I'm trying to
I don't know,
school this cat.
I know where people have Magic. A lot of these new people that never really watch Magic play, they have Magic at number 10 or number 12 or number
Uh-huh.
4. They watch Magic play. These guys aren't doing the research. I didn't watch Magic play growing up. Obviously, Magic retired '96. I was born 2 years after that. But I did the homework. I watched the Magic film. Right, there's games on YouTube. There's playoff games on YouTube. Right, these kids they never watch Magic play basketball. So I advise like some people like from now on, why don't we start doing a list of top 10 players post 2000? So if you don't know
Hold
enough,
on, I'm trying to
no, I know
figure
who
this out
Magic
real
is.
quick.
I know who Magic is, bro. There's Magic games on YouTube. I watch the games, but what he doesn't have the longevity. Even I count 12 years for Magic. That's less than Akeem, less than Duncan, less than LeBron, less than Kobe, more
barely
than
less,
Jordan,
but it's
more
barely
than Jordan, more than Jordan by one. That's less than Kareem. I think that's less than or not less, but the same amount of Steph. Like Magic in his peak is not that dominant either. He on
his
like the
peak.
top.
His peak was two two
Magic
rings.
in his peak is not that dominant. Yeah, you
Not
just
a
When I
got
And
say
what
to.
do you, Scott? What do you
when I
mean by that? Because this is the problem. This is the rabbit hole Scott's going to fuck up.
when I say dominant relative to the top 10, of course your peak is dominant, but relative to the
his
top
his
10,
his peak is his peak
his
is
peak is
as his peak
his
is
peak.
more his peak is as if not more dominant than somebody like Stephen Curry. His
No,
peak
it's
is
not.
at yes it most
His
Oh
certainly
peak is
my
is,
boy, it's amazing.
peak is better than
especially
Kobe,
No, his
Hakeem,
peak. No,
Hakeem,
Hakeem.
Bill.
Hakeem.
Yes, it's
Well,
better than Hakeem.
you're smart.
Nah,
No,
nah,
it's
nah, 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 nah.
So tell me how a guy who the best offensive, one of the best offensive players ever, who won 2 MVPs
I
and two without an All NBA player. Magic won 2 rings without an All NBA player. I understand that there's this narrative going around that Magic had all this help, even though
he
he only
did.
had
No,
top
that's no,
75.
that ain't no narrative. That's a fact. That ain't no narrative. That's a fact. That ain't no narrative.
But all this help that Magic had, and yet he still played in an era where Dr. J had a super team, Larry Bird
No,
had a super team, Sidney Moncrief had a great team around him. All these other guys are allowed to
no,
have a great team. Magic Johnson having a great team, now that's a problem.
no
So
one
I
said. I never said Magic not having a.
Nah, shot.
Not. I
I
never
wouldn't say
said.
that's not the best argument. That's not.
No, what
no,
I didn't. Do you not hear what I said? I'm looking Magic as an overall player. As overall player, to me, he's not better than Jordan,
yeah.
LeBron, Kareem, Kobe, uh, Duncan, Hakeem, Wilt, Steph, Jerry West, and I got Magic at 10. But he's just
But
gatekeeping for.
bro,
God,
But
you got Jerry West over Magic. Wow, Jerry West wouldn't put himself over Magic. My God, bro.
bro. But I understand because there's casual. You watch.
Have you been watching Real Talk?
I was about to say the same thing because Real Talk and some casual. You saw it on PC the clip where Real Talk said Jerry West second best point guard over Magic Johnson, right?
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
there's Magic Johnson agenda because for some reason they don't understand that Magic Johnson didn't have to do the same bullshit that Kobe did. Magic Johnson didn't have to have that fake mama mentality. Magic Johnson galvanized his team. He had the leadership skills. He didn't have to be an asshole. He still won 5 championships. These Kobe
I
fans
think
can't.
I think in his case, I think in Real Talk's case, it's trying to figure out the value of shot making in different eras versus the value of facilitating the offense in different areas.
yeah. I
So
don't do that, and I don't do that. I don't do
you
that
Hey,
either.
being
I
Scott,
don't do that.
Scott, Scott, quickly, can you read the screen?
Magic went to 9 finals in 12 years with 3 MVPs. Nothing new. Nothing new.
Okay, so far, is that a fact or not?
I never said it wasn't a fact.
Okay,
But
no,
you're
okay, no, 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 I didn't say you
yeah,
said it was. I didn't say you say it was. But so you agreed that's a fact. Are you not telling me that's a high level? Are you telling me that's not a high level?
I never said it wasn't a high level. I said relative to the top 10, his peak to me is in the back half. He didn't even have the best peak in his decade. That was Larry Bird.
Yeah,
Larry
but
Bird
hold
had
on.
a bit.
nigga,
Barely.
Larry,
Bird's peak is a top 5 peak. What the
I
fuck are
Somebody,
never
we
said
talking
I
about?
never said I well, I don't agree it's top five, but I do agree it's like it's falling
Nigga,
out
it
of
is
there.
not a
So
question. No. It's not to
You
agree
see,
or disagree. That nigga
you
is
see,
that.
I
no,
mean,
it's not
That's
really,
his
top
claim
five.
to fame.
hey, casual.
I have to.
I'd say that the
Mhm.
top peaks are like Jordan, LeBron, Wilt, Shaq, and then Kareem and Bird, 5 and 6. So
Not,
yeah,
not. I actually, I think Bird is there. I'm with you with Kareem, but
yeah.
I think Wilts is the one that pops out. But it's right at
Oh,
6, and it's like
oh,
it's like splitting hairs because it's like
Yes.
dominance in the '60s to like Birds facilitating and scoring like all around play. So it just
Yeah,
depends.
see
But
see
even still, that's
Magic didn't
five.
have his best peak in his decade.
But that's not a
oh,
knock. That's not a knock. Actually, that's more of a Bird is
Do you
able to
know?
remain is to
Yeah,
having that high of a
it's
peak that
more
you
of
can
a look.
match.
Yeah, it's
Do you
more of a
know
he
that?
played against.
Scott, let me ask. Hold on, Scott. Let me ask you this question: Who peaked higher to you, Kobe or Tim Duncan?
Kobe.
Okay, so Tim Duncan is ahead of Magic, right?
Yep.
Tim Duncan didn't have the best peak in his decade either.
I agree.
Wow, you smacked him. See, this is the
You
problem
didn't
with your
smack me
rabbit hole,
nothing. You didn't
Scott. You
smack
just
me.
see. No, 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 no. Because when your logic gets undone like that, and again, see one thing about me. One thing about me, and the first thing I'm going to live with Magic is Magic. You know that we do a lot of this guy didn't have this guy. This guy had this guy. That gonna Magic, whatever his team, and I say this with Magic. Magic was like a skeleton key. He was like a Swiss Army knife or whatever. Whatever his team needed, he provided. Team needed scoring, he could provide that. If his team needed facilitating, he could provide that. If it's you want to say, okay, he wasn't a lockdown defender. I didn't see anybody just get destroyed. Yeah, I still want to do this. I guess we're going to skip the debate because I don't see judges up here. I don't know if Herm is willing to. Herm probably
We
dropped
we can
off as
do the debate
well.
right now. No. We can do the debate right now. Screw
Yeah,
it.
you're not
Fuck it.
judging. You're not judging Scott.
Real quick. I just want to
Bro,
show. I just want to show this
I
real
cooked
quick.
bro in Discord. I cooked bro. Like
Playback.
I want to make it. I want to make it wild to see. I cooked bro in Discord.
Oh wow.
Damn. We
Yeah,
still doing
yeah,
the
he
play
believes so.
casual?
Yeah,
Still doing
we can. Yeah, we can do that. I already got everything up and ready. I was just waiting for y'all to filter over to playback. But no, I just want to show this real quick. So I went and researched. So what I'm guessing what he was talking about was this one that's at the bottom, which is 2.3 plus minus. And the team that is at the very bottom isn't LeBron on the lineup. It's AD, Dinwiddie, D'Angelo Russell, Torian Prince, and Austin Reeves. So then I was
Okay. So you're looking at 80 and four guards.
So then I was like, wait, but that doesn't really make sense because Torian Prince was on my team last year, right?
Yeah.
So I went to
that terrorist right there, Torian Prince.
He wasn't a terrorist to us last year.
Honestly, he was a terrorist. There's a lot of players that play for the Lakers.
So then I decided to go to games played, and when I went to games played, the worst lineup actually was. I'm sorry, let me go here. Actually was. Where is it? Oh shit! Did I lose it again? Fuck!
Damn.
Wait, was I there? Was I there?
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
Let me see.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, but I want to be cooking Magic, bro.
Boy, oh boy. It's
I
not.
realize that this is a trend. Casual watches, but he knows it. There's a trend like with people like under 35. I mean, I'm under 35, but it doesn't really include me. But there's a trend with people under 35, 40 that really
Just don't
hate Magic.
understand the game. They
Yeah.
just
They
don't
hate.
understand the game. They hate
Okay.
Magic. They don't
Okay.
understand what made Magic. They don't understand that
Here we
Magic
are.
is just a shot
This
of
is
fucking.
the worst.
Bro, Magic
This
was never the clear-cut best player in the NBA.
oh damn.
Well,
Yes,
that's a
he
lie.
was.
He was in '86.
That's a whole lie.
No, he
That's
wasn't.
a whole lie.
He wasn't better than Jordan.
This is the worst lineup.
No, hold on. This is what I'm saying. He was clearly better than Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Put
Read
37 on.
that lineup. Read that lineup, casual, real quick.
I think it's Monty Morris, Jared Vanderbilt, Austin Reeves, Goodwin, and Dalton Connect.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did that prove?
That proves that LeBron doesn't have the worst box plus minus on the Lakers.
Okay, but you know what? You went to a like the end of the bench type lineup where obviously you're not gonna. The Lakers were never gonna play any significant minutes with Monty Morris on the floor, right?
Oh, okay. Well, even when I tried to see exactly like where was the one that you was talking about? You were talking about this one. That's LeBron, D'Lo, Jackson Hayes, Reeves, and Dalton Connect. So that's no Rui Hachimura, no Anthony Davis, no Jared Vanderbilt at least. This is like what does this prove? And then with this one, and then the one when Luka was on the roster, it's LeBron, Alex Len, Luka Doncic. Then they have Rui Hachimura there, and then Austin Reeves. Like, what is this proving?
Well, let me explain. Let me explain it because this really goes back to the Olympics and it goes back to the season prior. And this is my take without looking at these advanced stats, without looking at these clip ups. LeBron James in his style of play right now is not conducive to winning basketball anymore. And I'm gonna tell you why. And on a two-way basis, LeBron James needs to play the four. He needs to play the four, right? And if you don't have strong center play next to him, you have a very porous lineup that is easy to attack the basket with, right? And again, what LeBron can bring you offensively is negated by the fact that that's going to be a weak defensive team. LeBron being the wing stopper is not conducive. You can't expect this 41-year-old guy to go out there and guard. Let me see who's a great wing. You can't expect him to guard Ant-Man. You can't expect him to guard. You can't expect him to guard Kevin Durant. I mean, at this point, you can't expect if Amen Thompson gets his offense together. You can't expect him to do that. So really, the problem with LeBron is you need to play him at the 4, and therefore this goes back to the Olympics. He was a poor defender in the Olympics. Shout out to AOH. I know you got none of you guys are not AOH fans, but he's
We're
doing
not.
he's
We're
showing the
not.
film. I know, but the film
Wait,
that he's showing,
to
See, this is why I can
the
barely
film that
take you
he's
serious.
showing, but the film that he's showing is not lying. Like when he breaks down the film about LeBron locking down Jokic in that semifinals game. That's just a myth.
Y'all
it's
think
not
I
lying,
let the people say
bro.
is racist?
Technically, he's not lying. Oh yeah, AOH has a fro and he's white. It doesn't make sense, but but I
It's a
will say
wig. It's a wig. We understand that's his thing.
it's a
I'm
wig.
not
But
I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole because ain't nobody calling me a coon, and if they do, I'm gonna blow their spot up. So anyway,
okay, so this is
but
my whole point is that
AOH and sports for insurance are not credible, bro. They're
Damn.
not credible. They're
but
not
but let me
credible.
have you
Yeah.
seen any? Can let me ask you this, Scott. I don't know what you do with video editing. Could you make a video debunking anything they say? If
Well,
not, then I mean
no,
you
I
could
I
can
just
mean,
make a
say that.
video
ironically, I just dropped a video responding to some man down nonsense. So, hey,
Yeah, I
man.
saw
bro.
the man down situation.
Man down. Sports fitness rants. AOH. MNB Sports. They're nothing but delusional.
Well, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? The video that I reacted to, bro, that was my
Delusional
first.
fans that
That was
make
my
the
first time
NBA
watching
discourse
Man Down
dumber.
Sports. I never listened to. I never heard of Man Down until Hawk sent me that video, and then
That's
AOH
amazing.
AOH is like a dude with a fro that like I think Dark kept referencing, but like I've never heard his content.
Well,
I
AOH
don't.
sports.
The only reason
They're
why I feel
nothing
like
but Jordan's dick writers, bro.
he
We
makes me
don't
laugh.
get so
He makes
serious
me laugh.
about
Oh,
them.
whoa.
Yeah, I mean, look. You see you see here though. It's funny. I bring up factual things, and then there's evidence supporting some of the things that I say, and it just gets well. It goes, this guy's a dick rider. This guy has a pro. Blah blah blah. And
They
hey,
are dick
casual.
writers, bro. They are. I'm
Yes,
gonna
sir.
stand 10 toes on that. There are. They
I
are.
mean,
They
here's the
suck
thing.
up to Jordan,
If
bro.
you actually look at it, Sports and Fitness Rant's not a Jordan fan. Neither
Yes,
is AOH.
you're
Neither is
lying,
AOH.
bro. You're lying,
The
bro.
only
You're
one that was
lying.
a Jordan fan was Dart.
You're
Robin has
lying, bro.
admitted. Robin has literally admitted to being a Jordan fan, like multiple
Yeah,
times.
he is a Jordan fan, bro.
No, he's not.
There's no. Yes, he
He's
is,
actually.
bro.
Okay, okay.
His whole life his whole life is dedicated to protect Jordan's
Okay,
legacy.
I'm not even doing what Scott is doing, bro. But I'm just letting you know,
I don't
when
care. I don't care. They want to call
Well,
me.
here's the
They
thing.
want to
Here's the
call
thing.
F.
And here's the thing. As a guy who rooted against Jordan, I'm going to do the same thing because, again, and especially like we're doing it with Magic. Because again, at one point when I was a teenager, when I was your age, Scott, Magic was my goal. I didn't think there was a better player than Magic. In retrospect, put Magic in my top 5, not the GOAT status. But again, at the end of the day, I think you like really like missed the boat when it comes to Magic. And again, it's like I said, like Solomon King Shy says, these under 35 guys who weren't allowed to see him play because he retired 34 years ago, pretty much. Like, don't get what made Magic that special. Again, you're talking about a guy who was like a shot of B12 into any like offense, any locker room, anything that like he was an offensive goddamn wizard. Like every every team that had Magic was going to run elite type offense because what he did, he made shooters, he made guys streak to the basket, he made everybody better. He was the best facilitator of all time. I mean, just the best passer. The passes were fucking sick. He can make it on a fast break. I'm looking at this generation call him a fast break merchant.
even though that's how the NBA play today, the NBA is played and fast too nowadays. But I mean,
Yeah, and it's ridiculous. I mean, look, what can we do here? I don't seem to understand this. What can I do to like really educate you? What is your real problem with Magic, Scott? I really need to understand this. Other than
Oh, Magic. I don't have any problem with Magic. He's just not
Scotty
better
is
than.
making hot takes to stir the conversation.
No,
I
I'm not.
guess
You didn't
so.
know
I
that,
guess so.
No, I'm not making
you
hot.
didn't
We can
know
talk about the
that,
piss.
bro.
We could talk about the Fox and Knicks.
You didn't hear the Luca comment he made last night.
What Luca comment?
What do you mean?
He said Luka Doncic is a better offensive player than who is it
He
you
is a
said?
better.
You
Will
know
Chamberlain.
exactly
He
what
is
the
a
fuck.
better
Yeah, he
offensive player
said
than
Luka
Will
Doncic a better
Chamberlain.
offensive player than Will Chamberlain, bro.
He is a better off.
He's
If you want
not
to go to
he's an
if you
unserious
want to go to
brother.
scoring, if you want to go to scoring, I'll give you Will on the scoring. But as an overall total offensive player, like Luke,
Hey,
what
Scott.
24 Luca was doing was
Thank you.
insane, bro.
Hey, Scott.
Read this. Hey, read this. Scott.
Magic got highlights passing to Rambis and Michael Cool for goodness sakes.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
the
don't.
guy. If Worthy was out, Magic would make Rambis worthy for that one night. That's the way. That's the way I judge his career. Like, he was a genius offensively. Genius. Absolute genius. There was nobody he couldn't play with. There was nobody he had
Even
trouble. The only
I
player
think
the only coach he had trouble playing for was, ironically, the guy would go into fucking college, go to Loyola Marymount, and then fucking go score 140 a night, play at a high pace. Was Paul Westhead, who wanted to for some reason slow the Lakers down. I mean, come on, bro. Magic was just a master key for winning. Period.
Not
I
that role.
And it
Magic,
proved.
Magic was the most. He's the most galvanizing superstar in sports. I always say
no,
that.
it's not,
He
bro.
was
No,
to play with.
I'd rather play for Bill Russell than play for Magic,
Oh,
bro.
okay, well, I see what you mean, but I'd say like Magic is like the one superstar like anyone would. Well, I would say Bill Russell, like you said, Scott, Bird,
And
Duncan,
Tim
Steph, like
Duncan
these are all.
Tim
Yeah, I
Duncan.
agree. These are all.
It does not matter who you would choose over him. His point still stands.
Yeah.
You wouldn't scoff at the idea of I gotta settle to play with Magic Johnson rather than play with Bill
Thank
Russell.
you.
That's
Here's
funny.
the guy
but
again.
that's what
Somebody
everyone
told
in the
you
top 10.
you're going to play
Everyone,
alongside Magic Johnson. You're not going to sit there and be like, oh, no, that is not the case for everybody in the top 10. Because I know some niggas that'll look at playing alongside Hakeem. Them niggas might be like, damn, this nigga not going to pass the fucking ball.
That's what I'm saying. He was a ball stopper.
but defensively,
And that's the thing,
you know, he
Magic.
got backline home.
Oh, Scott. By the way, this thing is Hakeem was not this best help defender or rotator. That wasn't his best skill defensively. It was shot block defense.
I never said that. I said Tim Duncan was a better rotator than him.
Oh yeah,
his best.
I'm glad you agree with that. But my whole point is that Hakeem wasn't gonna pass the ball on offense. He was a ball star. I love Hakeem, but Hakeem was not the reason why. This is what I realized. People
Will you play for Magic Johnson on defense? On offense, yes, but on defense, no.
No, but this is my issue, Scott. First of all, when people always like to reference the fact that Magic won 2 rings, and I mentioned this to Ro the other night, you're winning these 2 championships in a more watered down league. You're winning these 2 championships because the team has to be built around you with shooters. Magic Johnson does not.
What? You're
play
chatting right now. You're chatting.
No, how am I chatting?
There's no way you're gonna attack Sakeem. There's no way you're gonna attack Sakeem when he finally gets the couple pieces that fit his skill set. But you're not gonna tax Magic for playing with James Swarthy, who fits perfectly right with his skill set.
Okay,
style of players. Magic is a guy who likes running the fast break. He's an all-time great passer. He makes his teammates better. I need good teammates for that. I play team basketball. Hakeem Olajuwon is more of an individual player. That's why I say he needs lesser help because he's gonna abuse illegal defense. They're gonna throw him down the ball in the post. That's how they were abusing illegal defense with the Rockets. That's why I say tell people all the time this '90s era basketball when they got guys like Hakeem Olajuwon and Michael Jordan abusing illegal defense. And they don't want to pass the ball and make their teammates better. I can't put Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yeah, King Shot. That's why I gotta have to cook. Whenever we do this debate, and we might do a double header. If you want to be around on Saturday, we might do a double header. I'll speak with Travis about that because you're gonna get to the debate NMB, right? Scott, on Saturday. That's your debate, your big debate. You picked out NMB, right?
Who?
Scotty.
Oh, me
yeah,
and
Scott.
For what?
But I might have to debate you on Saturday because we're gonna go to playback and the concept
film session. It's
Yeah.
film session time, man.
Yeah.
Let me get to
Rob
The
got
concept of our debate, and I think that the concept of our debate should be.
Viz, respectfully, shut the hell up. I see you. I
Has
only see.
he been spanking your daddy too much, Scott? Has he been
No,
spanking
he only
Lamont
goes
too
on a
much?
Johnny, bro. He only cares about his Johnny.
Yeah,
Now
pause
Johnny,
on that. Pause on that. My
Thank you.
bad.
Thank you.
Rob
Thank
got
you.
said Hakeem wasn't alive
bro,
when.
Viz, shut the hell up. I'm tired of seeing you in the chat, bro. If you want to come here like a man and debate us, if not, just
Yeah,
shut the hell up.
Hey,
he's gonna.
FYF said he has an account manager. Let's keep it real. No, he doesn't. But anyway,
But
so
not even.
That nigga said Da Vinci never made that.
oh boy, oh
Bro,
boy.
this was alive when Hakeem was
Hey,
at his 8th.
Chad, it's fucking hoops time.
Let's
Come
go.
on,
Let's
bro.
go. Let's get this
Come
going. Let's
on,
get this
man.
going. Because I want to see how some of you cats watch the game as well. Y'all watch all these goddamn film over there with these goofies. Let's see how y'all do that. Let's how y'all do on this, man. Thank
I was.
hey Biz. Shout out to
Hey,
Biz. Thanks for the view. Y'all talking shit, but y'all viewing shit, man.
hey,
I was
Amani, Mar, Iron Man, Philip Fry. I need all of you niggas to, if you don't already download Playback and put in casual and join casual's room, because we're gonna be watching 0-1 Lakers versus the Spurs game 3, and we're gonna be watching 2022 Warriors versus Celtics game 4. We finna have a film room tonight in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
So
come on, man.
So quick question: do I have to go over the? Because I'm an old head. Do I have to go over the playback, or I can watch everything through here, or like?
Well, what you mean?
I know you're gonna be streaming from here.
No,
So
you gotta go to Playback to be able to
All
see
right.
the you can't stream the games on YouTube, otherwise you're gonna get your
Gotcha. All right. So then we gotta end the stream, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna need C-Dub to do that, and then yeah. So hey guys, thanks for Tuesday. We're gonna be lit. If y'all come over to playback is a really good I've seen casual on playback doing the WNBA games and whatnot. And playback is a way to really get good content
Oh,
and
bro. If we're not gonna pull him the chat, just get that. Just get out of here, bro.
And Philip is a hater of casual. I have no clue what he did to him.
Oh
Bro,
no.
Viz is a bot, bro.
Philip fuck with me. Philip fuck with me.
Viz
Philip
is a
fuck
bot,
with me,
bro.
Hey, shout out
man.
to Philip, man. Shout out to you guys, man. Great show.
I just found out that Mars' real name is Amari. So shout out to Mar, man. Real family.
And Rap God too. Rap God criticized me for not being alive when Hakeem was at his peak. Bro, you were 4 years old, and you're like only 7, 8 years old. You were 4 years old when Hakeem won in '94. Years old. Like, this is what I'm saying. These dudes be 4, 5, 6 years old. Casual. That's like me saying, "Hey, I was alive when Allen Iverson was at his peak, man. I don't have to go back and watch him play." I mean, come on, man.
Unfortunately,
No, that far too. That far AI.
unfortunately, Path, you do got you gotta join it through Playback, because if we stream it on here and it pops up on YouTube for, I think it's longer than like 10 minutes, they're gonna clap the whole channel, and we don't need that.
Yeah. I'm just getting started, bro. I don't need to be shadow banned and all this. I know that shit happened to my homie Zay, with the shadow banning and all that, and that pretty much broke up the whole Sunday Live crew based on the shit that happened there. So we don't need none of that. And let's go over to Playback TV. I definitely recommend it. Casual, that's your thing. So
Yes, sir.
appreciate you guys for popping on. And we'll see me back here Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm gonna join y'all in a few. I had some family emergency going on, so I had to.
Yeah, man. I hope everything's good.
End it, and I'm gonna come over in a few minutes over to Playback.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. See you later. See y'all later, guys.
All right.
All right.